Robert Erickson, who is a concerned citizen from Minneapolis who wants to hold his government accountable.
Hi everyone, my name is Robert Erickson and I'm really excited to be here. People like all of you and events like this that make our country great.
Yeah!
So give yourselves a round of applause. We have a problem in this country. Illegal immigration has been a blemish on the face of America for hundreds of years. And it's time to set things right. Now let me be clear. I am not against legal immigration. If these illegal Europeans want to get in line and apply for citizenship with the tribal council like everybody else, then they're more than welcome to. But there will be no shortcuts or special privileges for the perpetrators of genocide. Columbus is the original illegal immigrant. His arrival, along with the anchor babies he brought with him, signaled the beginning of the colonization of America. Behind me is the ICE detention center. Their job is to apprehend and deport illegal aliens, criminals. But they seem to be confused about who the illegals are. For years they have been wasting billions of taxpayer dollars while failing to apprehend a single illegal European immigrant. Instead, they have focused on terrorizing undocumented Americans who are native to this continent. Now, I want to be clear. Undocumented Americans share very little in common with the illegal European settlers who came to America seeking gold and plunder, eventually stealing all the land from Atlantic to Pacific under a doctrine of manifest destiny. Undocumented Americans come here out of economic necessity to find work and try to feed their families. They should not be targeted by ICE, but should be tracking down the real criminals. The same illegal Europeans who colonized North America are now enacting a second conquest on Central and South America through their neoliberal economic policies like NAFTA, which forces Mexican farmers to compete with subsidized U.S. corporate agribusiness and drives the prices down so far that they are unable to make a profit. This leaves them with only two choices: starve to death or migrate north to a land overrun by illegal Europeans. It's time to say enough is enough. I'm calling for a national Back to Europe movement this Thanksgiving. I want all illegal Europeans to report to ICE for voluntary self-deportation.
That's right!
We have to save America from the illegal immigration that's threatening it. And the best place to start is with ourselves. That's right. But I can no longer stand hiding in the shadows. Do we want to see our children living as a burden to Americans on stolen land?
No!
Do we want to leave future generations trapped in a cycle of deceit and injustice?
No!
All right, I'm ready to do what's best for America. Who's with me? Columbus, go home!
Columbus, go home!
Columbus, go home! Columbus, go home!
I hope they don't freak out. Columbus, go home! 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 Deport us now! Deport us now! Deport us now!
Deport us now!
Deport us now! Deport us now! Deport us now!
You need to enforce immigration laws. We've had enough. It's time to say enough is enough and deport all illegal European immigrants.
Back to Europe! Back to Europe!
We get them to go home.
So you commandeer park families in the middle of the night, report them, but these guys are right here and you can't even check their documents and deport them. They're the ones here illegal.
Will you bust people's doors?
Yeah! Yeah, get their documents! Get their documents!
right here taming ourselves in.
Yeah, did you ever quote the film?
Save America, deport us now! Save America, deport us now!
Check their documents!
Does ICE only work under cover of night, under cover of darkness? They're right in front of you. Isn't this playing right into your hands? Here's your immigrants. Send them home!
Send them home! Send them home!
Send us home!
I've spent too many years living in the shadows, and I'm ready to do what's best for America.
Yeah, get out of
Save America!
You guys down the corner.
Save America, deport us now! Save America, deport us now!
Law and order. We're gonna have to come here ourselves and make sure that happens.
Get him out of here!
What if we were brown? What if we were brown? What if we were brown?
What if we worked for one of those reputable organizations like Numbers USA or FAIR, huh? If we called you with a tip from them, would you listen? Good patriots like them?
Do your job! Do your job! Do your job! Do your job!
Can we get some people to call the DHS hotline and report some suspicious activity? I think there are some illegal immigrants out front of ICE right now.
Finally, can we get some service? Support us on just want justice!
We want justice! Deport us now!
You guys laugh the same way when you bust people's stores down and you rip apart families? You laugh the same way then? Just whisper back and forth and laugh as you're deporting people, separating families, busting people's doors down, terrifying neighborhoods.
You know, because you're spending so much of our tax money now on public relations and on supposedly reaching out to the community, telling us how you're so great, how DHS is just protecting us. Put those dollars to good use, huh?
Yeah, you're the heroes. Get rid of the criminals. Take them away.
Deport him now! Deport him now! Alright, it's clear that these ICE agents are not going to enforce the law and deport illegal European immigrants. So we're going to have to come back again until they enforce the law.
We'll be back! We'll be back!
Now, I am furious, first of all, that ICE will not enforce immigration laws. Furious! I've been asking them for years to get tough on immigration. And here they are with illegal European immigrants at their doorstep, and they won't enforce the law. But that's alright, because you know what? We'll be back. This is the start of a national movement back to Europe. Back to Europe for all illegal European immigrants. This Thanksgiving, I'm calling on every European immigrant around the nation to report to ICE for self-deportation.
All right.
Woo! I would just say, enough is enough. Are you with me? Columbus, go home!
Columbus, go home! Columbus, go home! Columbus, go home! Columbus, go home!
Riders!
Do the wall!